All right, you guys, we're going to do a quick walkthrough of little Python Rochambeau or rock, paper, scissors. So first thing I'm going to do is create a new Python replit. I'm going to call this rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Now, one thing to just keep in mind is this project would be a whole lot easier and more elegant if we had lists, which is what we're going to do at the beginning of second semester this year because of COVID. But this will be a walkthrough without lists of a quick Rochambeau program. So first off, let's just print a message. Welcome to the rock, paper, scissors game. Okay. So we've got a nice little, oh my gosh, I can't type. We've got a nice little introduction. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to ask the user to select an input. Okay. So get user choice. So we're going to print, let's not print, let's just get it. So user equals input. Please select rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, so we got the user input. Now we need to get the computer choice. Okay, now there's lots of ways to do this. Now classically, you just make a list of the three options and randomly choose one. We don't have lists, so instead we still need to randomly choose one. So let's go up here and import random. Okay, this is used for computer randomly selecting rock, paper, or scissors. Now down here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say random.randint. So that's gonna choose either 0, 1, or 2. So we're gonna say select between 0 and 2. That's inclusive, so it's gonna be either 0, 1, or 2 as integers. So that's 3 options. And then we'll simply save that. Okay, we'll just call this randnum. It's a temporary variable. Then we're gonna say if randnum is 0, then set comp, that's gonna be the selection for the computer, equal to rock. Okay, and then we're gonna go elif randnum is 1, then comp equals scissors, and let's do it in order rock, paper. I don't know why that would matter, but I just like it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do an elif randnum equals 2, then comp equals scissors. Okay, now all I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna put a quick thing down here where I just simply print the results just to see if it's working. So let's check the user. We'll print comp, and we'll just see if we're randomly getting inputs here. So I select rock, and the computer selects rock. I select paper, and they go scissors. So we've seen rock and scissors. Let's see if we can get paper for the computer. Oh man, luck is not coming up. We get a lot of rock and scissors. Come on, I'm gonna beat you. Here we go, scissors beat paper. Come on. There we go. Okay, so it took a while, but we saw all the random values and we didn't get anything else. So now I would put an else here just to safely say comp equals error, right? Just seeing selecting random computer choice. Just in case anything were to go wrong with our random selection, if we do an else, it might be weighted more one way than the other. Or you could have just said, instead of this last elif, you could have just selected this to be an else, and now it's going to be one of those 3. Just make sure you test it so it is generating 0, 1, 2, or 3. All right, so now you've got the user choice, you've got the computer choice. Last thing we're going to do in this first video is simply print results. So we'll have a simple version of it to play, and then we'll clean it up and organize it, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to check if there is a tie, right? That's the easiest. So we just go if the user choice equals the comp choice, right? Then you would just print tie, right? Because both people selected the same thing. And then we would go elif, and now we need to code in the wins. So here, let's go user wins. And then we know down here the else would just be the computer wins, right? Those are the only choices. It's either a tie, one person wins, or the other person wins. And so here you could go print the computer wins with, and then I'm going to do the computer choice beating the player choice. Oh, not player, user. All right, so we got that. I'm going to use the same sentence for this elif. We just have to make the condition for the elif, okay? So I'm going to put this in here, and I'll say the player wins with user beating comp. Okay, so what are the conditions that we win? Again, if we had a list, this would be easier. We could do it quickly numerically. But here we'll just say there's 3 ways you could win. If the user picked rock and, whoops, end that quote, and the comp chooses, so rock beats scissors. There we go. So that's one way the user could win. Or the user could win in 2 other ways. So I'm going to take this and copy it, okay? So there's another way or another way, right? And so what are those 3? Well, the user could have chose rock in one, or they could have chose paper, which would beat rock, or they could have chosen, so they chose rock or paper in one, or they could have chose scissors, and cut paper, right? So those are the options, and then we just print who won. Okay, so there's 3 ways you could win. You could win with rock, or you could win with paper, or you could win with scissors. Okay, and if we didn't tie and we didn't win, then the computer wins. So let's try it now. Choose rock. The player wins with rock beating scissors. Nice. Okay, let's run it again, and let's say paper. The computer wins with scissors beating paper. Okay, I'm going to go ahead in here, and just for debugging purposes, I'm going to do comp and just print it, and then I'm going to do user. I just want some debugging in here. I should have left it in just to make sure that we're actually seeing the correct results. Okay, so let's do scissors. Okay, so now user scissors, computer rock. So computer should win with rock being scissors. Great. Let's do paper. Paper should beat rock, so player wins with paper beating rock. Let's do another one. Paper, and it was a tie. Perfect. Everything's up and running. So 8 minutes in, we got our basics of the program up and running. What we're going to do now is kind of clean it up, add some art, add some functions, okay?